Have you ever noticed this? Someone suddenly disappears from social media. No goodbye post, no taking a break caption, no explanation. They were active yesterday, and today, their entire profile is gone. Most people assume it's drama, but psychology suggests there can be something much deeper happening beneath the surface. And the insight you're about to hear might completely change the way you look at people who suddenly disappear from social media. Most of us assume they're stressed, upset, or simply trying to escape the world. But in many cases, the real reason is something else. Because human behavior is rarely as random as it looks. Deleting an app can sometimes be the brain's attempt to escape a cycle of mental overload. So, let's look at what may actually be happening. The first reason, comparison. On social media, we don't see someone's entire life. We see the highlights. The new car, the vacation, the promotion, the relationship, the perfectly happy moments. And slowly our brain starts comparing those highlights with our ordinary everyday life. Psychology has long studied social comparison, and constantly consuming other people's carefully curated lives can make us feel like we're falling behind. You start thinking, why doesn't my life look like that? And when someone deletes Instagram, it doesn't necessarily mean they hate people. Sometimes they're simply exhausted from comparing their normal life to everyone else's highlight reel. They didn't quit social media, they quit the feeling that they were never enough. The second reason, mental noise and the need for control. You wake up and check notifications. You scroll through reels during the day. You check stories at night, and your brain rarely gets a moment of complete silence. Modern social platforms are designed around variable rewards, a mechanism that keeps you checking because you never know what the next notification, message, or piece of content will bring. One notification gets your attention, then another, and eventually you may realize something uncomfortable. You're no longer deciding where your attention goes. The algorithm is. For some people, deleting the app becomes a way of taking that control back. It's not weakness. It's a decision that says, my attention has value, and I get to decide where it goes. But the third reason may be the deepest one. Identity. Over time, our online profile can become less like an expression of who we are, and more like a performance. Likes, comments, followers, views. At first, they're just numbers, but slowly they can start influencing how we see ourselves. We begin editing our real personality to fit the version of ourselves that performs best online, and that creates a quiet tension between who I actually am and who I'm trying to appear to be. So when someone deletes their account, they may not simply be removing an app. They may be removing the pressure to constantly perform, to constantly prove something, to constantly be seen. One person described the experience after leaving social media in a simple way. I felt like I found myself again. And maybe that's the part we often misunderstand. Deleting social media isn't always about hating technology. It isn't always attention-seeking, and it isn't necessarily drama. Sometimes people disappear because they're tired of being constantly connected to everyone and disconnected from themselves. A quiet exit doesn't always mean loneliness. For some people, it can be the beginning of reconnecting with themselves. Less comparison, less noise, less pressure, and more clarity. So the next time someone suddenly disappears from social media, don't immediately assume they're running away from the world. Maybe they're finally getting closer to themselves. If understanding human behavior fascinates you as much as it fascinates me, share this video with someone who thinks social media is their entire life. And subscribe the channel for more psychology-based insights that make you see everyday human behavior differently.